Hey guys, Valhalla here, and today we're going to be working on a Sims 3 Create a Sim tutorial. And basically, I thought this would just be like a really cool way for people to take advantage of the most recent expansions where you could have celebrity Sims and things like that. I really thought that this would just be a way to really take advantage of that because you can live the life of a celebrity. And today we're going to be doing Morgan Freeman. So we're going to be trying to imitate his likeness, and he's a very representative character. There's really not a way to completely replicate him perfectly, especially over a graphic game like The Sims. But I think I did. I think the end product was pretty good. We definitely had some issues, and you'll see me adjusting things multiple times along the way because there were some times when, for example, here with the hairstyle, I couldn't find a hairstyle that worked exactly right. And the hairstyle I ended up with, I ended up changing later on because I didn't like the way the finished product looks. So it's going to bother you throughout the entire video how stupid his hair looks. And I promise you it will change towards the end of the video. And really, whenever you're imitating a celebrity, especially a well known celebrity like Morgan Freeman, it's important to get all the little details correct. Morgan Freeman is a really powerful figure, and you need to really relay that through the Sims facial features. And, like, just for example, as you see here, I change his brows to a more powerful, thicker brow because, that's just not only is it what Morgan Freeman looks like, but that's what his character is like. And I did choose to do the Morgan Freeman as God from Bruce Almighty today because I think it's, just like I said, just a really good representation of him as a person, just being, so influential. He's an influential person as well as an influential actor. So I thought this would just be, and plus he's kind of a badass, so. And I wasn't really sure what kind of body hair Morgan Freeman had, so I kind of just went with arm hair because I could see that from the picture. Now this is where the facial features start to become really important. You want to make sure that he looks kind, but you want to make sure that he still looks like masculine and sort of really almost like satirical at the same time. He always kind of looks like he's making fun of you in his eyes, you know what I mean? And earlier I did change his skin color to a darker skin color because I felt like he almost looked a little bit more Hispanic the way that it was turning out, which isn't what I wanted at all. You can tell on here that he has really high cheekbones. You don't want him to look starved, but you do want them to be prominent. So there's a fine line there, and he has a very defined jawline that you want to make sure that you define as well. And really, his nose is also a prominent feature on his face. He has like a flatter, more broad nose, and you want to make sure that you really define that in his actual facial features. And as you can see here, I really just end up moving bars forward and backward and barely changing them at all. And these are the kind of things you need to really find like the perfect definition to your sim to really give them that, that personality touch. I mean, and here I really had a problem with the fact that whenever you put freckles on African American Sims, they're red. They're red freckles, which Morgan Freeman doesn't have red freckles. So I ended up taking those off because they looked ridiculous. And I added age detail because he had, multiple like different moles and stuff on his face, but you don't really have an option to do that in The Sims. So I just ended up doing age spots. So here you can see I'm going to start into the clothing, and since we are doing him from God as God from Bruce Almighty, he is wearing an all-white suit in this particular picture. And I go through here and I'm doing a comparison. I notice that he is not wearing a bow tie. He's wearing a long tie, which of course is going to bother me. So I go ahead and just change his entire outfit once more. So this is pretty much what I ended up with the first time I went around. And I pretty much was all ready to upload this to the exchange, and I realized, no, he looks ridiculous. He doesn't look like Morgan Freeman. So the next day I decided to go in and change it because it was just, I couldn't deal with it. I went through and chose a shorter hairstyle for him, and as you can see here, and I went through and I kind of changed different colors because on our picture that we have, he actually has like darker hair in some certain situations and lighter hair in other situations. And I actually didn't speed up this part of the video because I thought it's important to show you. I mean, there's not very many things that you can customize to the full potential in The Sims 3. I hope that they can change that. Like, I would have loved to add more wrinkles to this Morgan Freeman, but I couldn't because that wasn't an option. Um, and then on here, if you go into the beard, I actually just matched it to the root color, and I think it turned out really well. So that's pretty much the only things that I really changed. I ended up adding those age spots I was talking about earlier because I thought, that's a really defining feature on Morgan Freeman. You should have that on Morgan Freeman. And also, I didn't show it in the video, but I went through and chose traits for him that was, like the Morgan Freeman that I think Morgan Freeman would be like, so that that way you can it really is like Morgan Freeman. And my computer is sort of lagging here because of all the applications I have up. But you can see this is sort of the Morgan Freeman I ended up with, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please download Morgan Freeman off the Sims Exchange. I'm going to be uploading him there, as well as check out the link in the description for more information about this channel, because I hope it develops really well. Thanks for watching.